goal, Semedo, Piqué, Langlais and Alba at the back. Busquets, Arthur and De Jong in midfield. Ansu Fati and Carlos Perez playing either side of Antoine Griezmann. Was, Garay, Gabriel and Gaillard at the back. In midfield, Coquelin and Dani Parejo in the engine room, with Guedes and Ferran Torres playing halfway across the world over the last 10 days.
Giant amount of air miles, also jet lag, playing for Brazil in a draw against Colombia and a defeat to Peru. The result's less important than the lack of rest, lack of training time he had, but still his quality gets him in his starting 11.
De Jong squares it! Oh, what a start for the 16-year-old Ansu Fati. Scores his first ever goal in the Camp Nou. Not even 2 minutes on the clock. He came off the bench and scored in 6 minutes in El Sadar in Pamplona against Osasuna in the last round of matches. He hasn't needed even 2 minutes to finish this one off. The 16-year-old cannot believe what's happening. It's 1-0 to Barca. Ansu Fati, the hero of the Camp Nou. De Jong with the assist. Griezmann leaving it. Fati giving Silerson no chance.
Two things I love about this. Number one, De Jong sees his centre-forward, 16-year-olds or not, and lays that pass for him. There's a lovely dummy by the Frenchman, but make no mistake, the assist is fully intentional. That tells you something about the millionths of a second between De Jong seeing something and doing the right thing. Then the arrival time.
Well, we just saw Celades there in the technical area looking on.
Been back here since he left Barcelona, has been back here 6 times as a footballer, never won.
Here's Ansu, gets into the area again, twisting and turning, cuts it back! Oh, and it's the opposite! Ansu with the assist, and Frankie de Jong with his first goal in the Camp Nou. Absolutely astonishing. The two newcomers combining for the second time in less than 7 minutes. The Camp Nou goes wild. Leo Messi with a huge grin on his face from ear to ear. It doesn't get much better than that for Ernesto Valverde. Full credit to him for going with Ansu Fati in the starting lineup and for sticking with Frankie de Jong, who just 3 games into his Barca career has already heard the viperous tongues complaining about certain aspects of his adaptation to his new club.
Really odd that it's of the 2 central defenders, it's Garay, the most experienced, the one who should have been showing Ansu outside, making sure that even when Ansu moved outside him, all that he had to do was just keep ushering there. Ansu won himself the space, found De Jong. De Jong made his debut goal. 2 of the players that Celades has coached at under 21 level for Spain. Any little advantage, the new coach, with only 3 coaching sessions to his benefit since he took over, he'll accept that.
Good ball in, and there's the first for Valencia. It won't stand, Kevin.
Really quick. If you watch, we could just see at the corner of our eyes, the assistant puts the flag up. VAR will rule now. That's the reason the referee has his hand to his ear, because there'll be any fan going, please let this not be a goal. I think VAR has got it absolutely right. It's a nice finishing off the post. The German cannot get near that.
And the flag doesn't go up until the ball is in the back of the net. Credit to the linesman. He's done his job absolutely perfectly there. And so too has VAR. Valencia back into it. 28, nearly 29 minutes. And it's the combination of Rodrigo and Kevin Gameiro who have pulled Valencia back into it. How things can change. That goal coming after Barca had dominated possession for Gameiro, trying to link
terrible waste
with Guedes and failing.
He had to think that Langlais and Piqué had been caught upfield there, and that with a bit of sensible use of the ball, Barca were in trouble.
Here's Griezmann. It was a lovely run. Oh, off the post, and it's Gerard Piqué who finishes it off. Barcelona pull one back. Gerard Piqué, the centre-back with the soul of a number 9, finishes off. A huge smile on Messi's face. All credit to Artur Melo there. A Xavi-esque move from him. Silerson, for once, blots his copybook in the Camp Nou. There's Artur's run. Now Griezmann takes it on, decides there's a shot, decides there's a way through. Silerson spills it. It comes back, unfortunately for him, off the post. and Piqué is the quickest to latch onto it. 3-1.
I love what you said there, the soul of a striker. The image we saw of Messi smiling, Cillesen's made an error, no question about that. Wasn't simply because his team looked to have gone 3-1 up, unless VAR has a word to say. It looked like everything bar Piqué's elbow, with which he can't score, was onside, should be 3-1.
Artur to Suarez. Oh, Luis Suarez, you killer, you wily old fox, you. 4-1 to Barcelona, and that is just what for Barcelona and Valverde have been missing since half an hour into the season, and Leo Messi enjoyed that one, Graham.
Not a hint of seriousness about this, but let's say you were a 32, 33-year-old world-class striker and a 16-year-old was stealing all your headlines. What would you want to do just as soon as you got onto the pitch again? Well, pretty much this. It's like Griezmann. You don't win the lottery unless you have a ticket in it. He sees the gap, but it is definitely the deflection. This moment here, I think it's going to come off the outstretched foot of poor old Garay, who's having a rotten night. That changes the flight of the ball. Was Cillessen going to get there? I wouldn't be brave enough to say. It's not the hardest shot ever. The trajectory's already good. Little touch, in off the post. Cillessen's going, gosh, I wish I still played for the other side.
I have to say, when he seemed to hesitate, I thought he was looking for the pass. His first home game, a 5-2 win over Betis. The 4-1 up here. And Suarez may have the final say. Rakitic, he's going to have another opportunity, chips it back. It's cleared by Was from off the line, only as far as Busquets. Now Griezmann. Suarez makes it 5-1.
It's the same goal, but without the deflection. He laid off really nicely to Rakitic. Rakitic's effort was blocked, and then Rakitic did the thing that makes him special. He lofted a little sand wedge thing back into the middle to see if anybody's there. And when the slightest half chance drops for this remarkable man, who is now not the athlete that he once was, but has this brilliant sense for a goalkeeper's balance and where to put the ball and when to release it. It's almost an identical curving right-footed shot. Here's the lay, perfectly good, brilliant block. Look at this, that's exceptional talent, nobody there. When this ball comes to him, the curve, that. Poor old Cillessen, couldn't get down in time, fantastically finished. He's not the first to be beaten by Suarez from that range.
It really is trigonometry in motion, isn't it, from Luis Suarez? Absolutely superb placement.
Eyes on the ball.
Totally dominating exactly the way the ball's going to roll, the slightest curl he can put on it, and the big grin on his face as he's